billion-dollar table is where you educate yourself to do better. I believe business is life. So if you're already not doing great in life, you're not doing great in business. And if you're not doing great in business, guess what? You can't even do good in life. And to do better, you need to know better. You have to add more information and better ways for you to survive, for you to leverage, for you to go to the next level. And without the right information, you will never make it. And that's why we hear billion-dollar table is where you educate yourself for you to have a successful business or to start one. And today we are not with the average one. We are with the best in the best of the game. So we are with the top realtor in Houston, Texas. I'm so grateful for my brother. Thank you so much for having us. Please introduce yourself. I'm so grateful for the place, for your energy and time. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be here as well. So my name is Ziad Al Kayali. I came here to United States in 2014 as a refugee. I started from, we don't say zero, I started below ground because we have to change culture, language, everything. And I went through a lot of obstacles in my life, and alhamdulillah, right now I'm one of the top agents here in this city. And also I'm a full-time firefighter. And I always try to do the best to help others and making changes in people's life.
Man, that's a pleasure. It's great to see you, Brother Ziad. And I heard a lot about you, your success, and how you change games in what you do. And that's what actually brings the curiosity to understand. Like, there is so much people who wants to become successful, and I see a lot of them failing, right? And you just have a successful happen after a war or being like a refugee. So you really have, you start, as you said, from beyond zero, and I was there, I was in the same journey. So what is the tools, or what the things that you think allow you as a Ziad to keep going when it's a lot of, let's say, Iraqi at that time, or a lot of people around, they given up, right? What is the thing that allows Ziad to keep going?
Okay, it's all depend on you. You have to have the right mindset, and you have always to set your goals. Without goals in your life, you would never achieve anything.
Wow. So you think Ziad was the reason why Ziad kept going is because the goals that he has, right?
Exactly.
So that's the why, that's what connected to you, motivate you every day is your goals?
Exactly. Every day I wake up in the morning, I have a new goals in my life. And if I reach these goals, I'm not done yet. So I always have to have a set of goals and bigger than the one I had before.
Right.
Because I always tell people, if you moved or if you work at a company and for 1 year you see you cannot improve yourself or be promoted and get a higher level, that's mean you are working in the wrong environment, or you're not working enough to improve yourself to set the way so you can reach your goals. That's me exactly. So I have a goals for tomorrow, I have a goals for next month, I have a goals for 5 years. I'm always working on it.
And you're always working.
Exactly.
Yes, sir, that's greatness. So I know that with success, there is up and down. Like, there is no straight line, and this never happened. A lot of people, listen, they know the glory, but they don't even hear about the story. So they don't know what's going on, how you did it, and what's happened in that journey. So what the biggest challenge in the way that you have as an Arab, as Iraqi, as all this baggage that you're coming with?
Exactly.
So what's going on?
So first things happened, like when I arrived here, I had to learn the language. So my language was not the perfect, and especially when you have an accent and you don't have the paperwork, you don't have the history. And this country especially, they don't go by your degree. Like, even if you have a master degree or bachelor degree or whatever, they go by your experience. And if you don't have experience, it's gonna be hard to get in unless you know someone. So when I started, I just work at a company. With the company I work at, it was actually, I got hired because of the refugee organization. They offered me that job. And they told me this job, actually, like 100 people get hired, only one person stay, because it was tough. And I tried it because I had no choice. And I remember the second day I was sitting on the sidewalk and just talking to myself, what I'm doing, why I'm doing this job. And then you can hear sounds from your inside say, this is the only choice you have. So you don't need to give up. So if someone else did it, you can do it.
That's
and
awesome, man.
and I just changed my mindset next day, and I started going to work with motivation that's I'm gonna be successful. I have
Right.
no choice. I have to be
That's great.
successful. And I ended up in 6 months to get 2 promotions and become a field manager for the company
That's a
I work
blessing.
at. Yes.
I'm proud of you, brother. I'm really proud of you. So that's inspirational, and that's, I believe, that's what people sometimes missing is to keep going. I feel like there is a lot of people giving up right before they really succeed. They give up like 1 mile, one shift, one minute away. So there is money in the game, right? We know there is a lot of transaction. I'm talking about the top real estate agent in Houston. We know that how much money in here, and I know there is up and down also in that field. So what money first means to you as a money?
Just to be honest with you, it doesn't mean a lot to me because I believe in one thing. I did sales all my life. If you do what you do for a purpose, you will get the money anyway.
Wow,
But the time
that's
you think
powerful.
about the money, if you just do this business or any business only for money, believe it, you will never see that money. Because
Wow.
you're gonna focus on the money more than your goals or more than your service.
Right.
And I've done a lot of sales in my life, and I feel like it's a service. When you just look at it as a money,
Right.
it's gonna be hard to get it.
Right.
But the way I do it may be kind of different.
Right.
I don't put money first, but at the same time, I'm sure I'm getting my money.
True.
And I get
Because
it.
you're adding enough value.
Exactly.
That's powerful. So so money means to you as a service, not
Service.
money. Right. That's powerful. So how you want to explain? How you want me to believe that if I focus on value, I'm gonna get money? Like how that works? I'm gonna have to wake up every day from 9 to 5 and work all these hours, and to come to tell me that if I focus on value, I'm gonna get like a better salary, maybe. What's the game?
Okay, in sales generally, and also in real estate, it's like you planting seeds.
Right.
So maybe today you don't get sales, but you have to keep going. You have to be consistent
Right.
every day. By time, if you don't sell anything today or tomorrow, but you did what you're supposed to do, you never give up,
Right.
and you keep doing what you're supposed to
Right.
do, you're gonna get your result within a week or 2
True.
weeks. And sometimes you get more than what you expected. It's the same way.
So do you believe money as an energy? First, you cannot have the need energy, because anything you needed is gonna just run away from you. This is how will happen when we run behind the dog. The dog always run away
Exactly.
from us. But when we run away from the dog is always run behind us.
Exactly.
So that's connected to the same game?
It's connected. I used to sell cars too, and I did it for a short period, but like I was successful there. So my manager asked me, what is your key? How you get it? How everyone's buying from you? I said, everyone walking to this dealership, they have a purpose. They want to buy a car. But the only difference, I'm trying to educate the clients come in and ask them what they need first. I have to understand exactly what they want. If I can match what they want with our products, they're gonna buy. They are not leaving
100%.
the dealership without buying. But if I'm gonna try just to sell them something, and that things maybe is gonna be not a
Right.
good fit for them or their budget,
Right.
they're not gonna buy. Even
That's
if they're
right.
gonna buy, they're gonna struggle. So I don't want a client for like a week or 2 weeks. I want a client for life, you know?
That's powerful.
And this is what I think. All people doing sales, they need to focus on the service more than the sales. And that's the way it's gonna set them apart and you're gonna have a
agree.
value.
I agree. That's powerful way. So right now, since money is service, so basically the more we serve, the more money we get.
Yes, it's true.
That's
It's a true
simple.
game.
You know, one time my mentor said, "Your good or the blessing that you're gonna have in life, it depends on the amount of people that you are going to serve." And that was a game changer in life. So I will start to wake up, because a lot of people right now listening, they said, "What you mean? I have to serve?" Yeah. To be honest, this is like a lot of people struggling to understand and believe it, because they have the mindset that they're waking up every day for the salary, And that's what they only getting from there is the salary, and they worshiping the salary without they even know. And the same time, when another person going there for them to add value, to change people's life and to make people in a better situation, and that's when people getting, like as you said, promotion, they going bigger, and they are on the top right now. Man, I appreciate the way you think, because that's a powerful way, and that's a leader way, because giver is not easy to be a giver.
And what changed my life exactly when I joined the fire department. So
Now that's us going there. We get into the fire department. That's a great question. Before we get there, I have a question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So right now, as right now, you're adding value and you're making business, right? So we have a question that's always coming to our mind, because Tony Robbins, as you know, always say that 80% mindset, 20% skills, right? And then we looked to Bob Proctor when I went there. He said 95% is mindset and 5% is skills. And to be honest, like after running around, I start to understand that people keep saying it's 99% mindset and 1% of the skill. Can you, from your experience, what do you think? What do you believe?
So my belief is 100% mindset, because if you have the right mindset, you're gonna get the skills anyway. You might struggle at the beginning, but to have a right mindset is gonna put you in the right way, so you can reach your goals. Because if you have a skills but you don't have the right mindset, you're not gonna be able to help people and get more sales or do what you do. I believe the right mindset will set people apart in any business.
That's powerful. So you think if you have the right mindset, the winner mindset, you're gonna win. If you have the, like, if you feel like you're gonna lose, you will lose. Because I see people waking up every day, they're looking for what's wrong, and they are surprising why they have a lot of problem in their life. And I see, like yourself, people waking up every day to do better, to have a new goal, to do something, and you keep always finding what's right in your life, right? You always notice blessing when you focus on it.
So success does not come without struggle. The more you success, the more struggles you're gonna have in your life. But if you keep focusing on your struggles, first you're gonna waste time, because you're gonna focus on that problem and leave the other ways to get around and get it done. And second thing is, you're gonna have this negative energy when you started out your day. It's gonna affect on everything. Having a bad moment or bad hours, and even when you pick up the phone and you talk to the second clients, you cannot close the deal.
Of course.
They're gonna feel it. The energy, yes.
True.
So that's why I say always our weakness or our struggles, we use it as a point to get us more strength.
Of course. That's powerful, because sometimes, one time I was in a coaching session. So I was telling this guy, he's like, I just send a message to a person and he get mad. I'm like, brother, exactly, he gonna get mad because you charge this message with anger. Like, he was not so kind when you text a message. He's like, how you think they know? I'm like, what you mean, how we feel? We don't need to know. And that's when like what you just said, when you operate on fear, or you operating on struggling, or operating on a low frequency, you will never have high level result. You will never get like love when you are afraid, right? You can't be afraid and courage at the same time. So that's something big time. I never heard, by the way. I have appreciation for you that you're giving back to the country that we are here, because I see a lot of people come to America or go to Dubai. What can we get from this place? So you, as a fire department, as a serving for free, that's some people has to understand outside of America. We here in America, fire department, they don't get a penny from being a fire department. So what is the game? What the message to do that? What the game? Why are you doing that?
So first of all, it's you helping others, and I believe in one thing: whatever success I'm in right now is coming from whatever I'm doing. And to be honest with you, when I got really busy with the real estate, I got to the point it was hard for me to do both jobs.
Right.
So I tried to take days off. You know what's happened? My business went down. I didn't make sales.
Right, because you stopped serving.
It not only stopped serving, because I'm kind of person, I like to be busy every day. To be busy every day.
Right.
But most of the energy I get is from the fire department, because first of all, you work with a crew, you can trust them with your life. Second things, every time you go into the call, you don't know what's gonna happen to you,
Right.
and you help someone you don't know, you get that feeling, make you feel like more power inside.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm gonna keep changing people's lives. I
That's
wanna do
powerful.
something, and it's exactly real estate
Greatness,
too.
man.
In real estate is not a transaction only. It's a transaction, a check. But if you look at it after 1 year, the improvement you did are life changing in this family, it's mean a lot. It's mean
True.
more than the money.
That's a fact. So what I understand, your faith or your belief tells you that the more you serve, the more you make. And when you stop serving or stop going to the fire department or take a break, affect your income or affect the money you're making, right? Or the sales maybe you're making,
It affects your mindset or your energy,
right?
and that's also affect your business.
Your life. Wow. That's why we say life is business and business is
Exactly.
life. So one time, and I think on the Grow Rich, I was looking, I came from like family that we have nothing. I started working at 9 years old. So I always ask, how can I get to the next level? So, Think and Grow Rich is the book that everybody needs to read. If you already have not read this book, I think you don't have enough money because you have not read this book. So this book is already have a lot of knowledge, and I'm so grateful for it. He said the fastest way to be rich is to help somebody else to become rich. So what I think right now, when you bring people like to the right house, to their dream house, you're gonna have not money on the house, on the emotion or the service or what they really what they got from there. Do you have a plan or a way to serve people to have the success you have? Like, are you powerful enough to serve, to help a realtor maybe, to give them like keys or ways for what you do?
So this is what we do. I'm also a broker. I'm a broker, so not only real estate agent, I'm a broker. So we always try to help, but I always tell everyone, like when they join this business, not for everyone. If you don't have the right mindset, if you don't take the advices from the people being in business for a long time, if you don't follow what you should do, you're not gonna be successful.
Right.
So the company we work at right now, that's I mentioned, like we have 400 agents here at this office. What I like about it, it's a culture. So we help each other. But at the same time, we provide all the tools to be successful to anyone. But if the other people or like the agent, they don't want to take it, they don't want to put that efforts, we cannot guarantee the result.
To be honest, that's fair. So if you wanna help somebody to be in a really successful business, right? And he asking you for advice for 5 keys that could change his life or his business today. What your 5 keys could be?
I will say like you have to be consistent every day. It doesn't mean if you have a good day today, you have to rest for a week. So you have always to do it. Second things, you have to be confident about what you're doing and about yourself first. Third thing's really important, the knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more power you're gonna have. Communication is a big key.
Right.
If you don't know how to communicate, you cannot also reach people, you cannot do anything. And the last advice I give, treat always people and put yourself in their shoes.
Right.
Whatever you wish or you want for yourself and your family, wish it to the other people.
Right.
And that's the way, if you treat people fairly, I believe each client I have is gonna bring me 20 clients in the future.
Right.
And this is how I do it.
That's powerful. That's powerful. That's a great 5 keys. So what about health? Do you believe health as well? Like, do you believe that us being in the right health could allow us to be in the right mindset?
Of course. Without health, you cannot think right away. You cannot achieve your goals. You cannot function. So health is really important.
So I think this is really important point, because when I look around, sometimes I feel like our community is sometimes lacking a little bit of working on that level. And I believe because we mostly think, and as you see, and you just said, we always work for money, so we forget life, so we don't focus on it, which is a great point. I would love to ask it. So now you help us to do any business, right? But there is an average real estate agent and there is Ziad as a real estate agent, right? So it's different. So as a great real estate agent, what is the 5 keys for any real estate agent he wants to become to be on the top agent in his city? What he's supposed to do? And I want you to say something that you have not said if you didn't, or something that's already could change the game.
As I told you, first of all, like you have to have the knowledge because you don't want to just have the license. Getting the license does not mean you're a real estate agent. You can work and get the best deal to your clients. It's the same question. I think that like having the knowledge, be consistent, like every day consistent, and what you do, have a goals and work on your goals. Write down your goals. Exactly what do you want and what you should do.
Be clear.
And you have to have what's called self-punishment or self-motivation. Every night you need to ask yourself whether you went through everything you're supposed to do or not. And the last thing I can say always, don't do it for the money, because if you do it for the money, you're not gonna see the money.
You're not.
And one thing I learned from being in sales for a long time, clients can feel your energy.
True.
So they can know, they can read your body language, and they can know when you're saying something is not true. You mean it or not.
Right. You mean it or not. That's a great way
That's
to
what
say
they tell you in sales, sell yourself. So if the client, they don't like you, they're not gonna work with you.
That's right.
It's a trust. If they don't trust you, they want, even if you have the best deal, they're not gonna work with you.
That's true. And I think this is what people sometimes they're missing. General one time says, work on yourself harder than you work on your business, you know? And that's what I think the key of people, they always want a better office, better car, better suit, better way, but they forgot to them be better or to do better, or as you know, you just say like to know better information so that they can operate on a different level. So what's your daily routine? Like how you keep yourself going? I just heard that when your wife asks you to stop making promotion or marketing, you say like you keep going because you want to keep going. I do marketing, and I know like when you do marketing, you need enough time to handle the business that's coming. So how you do that? Why you do that?
So every day I wake up morning, I start like with going to the gym, because first you want to treat yourself good so you can be ready. That's the fuel to your brain and your body.
Right.
I go to workout, try to go like 6 a.m. or 5:30 so I can have enough hours on my day to get it done. And second things I do, like I go and review all the leads I have, make sure I update all my clients. And then I go do lead generation. Lead generation is really important. If my sister used another realtor, it's on me.
Yeah.
Because I believe I didn't remind her about being there so you can help her, right? Real estate the same. You have always to be in front of people. You have always to remind people when they need someone, you're there. You're going to help them.
That's powerful, and that's a healthy way to start it. So what marketing tools do you use? Like how you bring generate?
I'm kind of people person, so I use social media, but I'm focusing also on what they call person to person.
Right.
I don't buy leads, and I don't do like cold calls, which I hate when people call me, so I don't want to do the same to people.
Right.
And I don't do door knocking. I don't go to doors and knock doors.
Right.
It's just the natural way to do business. It's just to be in front of people and remind them always, like, you do this for a living.
Right. That's
and amazing. People will call you.
Right. Yeah. One time my mentor told me, he gave me an exercise. He said every day you need to know 3 people. You have to they have to like you, trust you, and know that you are good in what you do. And that month was a game changer, because when people knows how good you are and what you do, that's mean you already have deals in the process and you don't even know. So that was a blessing. The last question I want to know, how that going with your relationship? Like how you can handle success, business, workout, and work, and you are in a married. How that works?
To be honest with you, you cannot get everything in one way. So what I did, I involved my wife to be in business with me. In this case, we always work together.
So
and also that's also give her a time so she can see exactly how my days goes.
Right.
And now, like alhamdulillah, she's a big help.
That's
she's helping me with the admin
Smart
work.
man.
Exactly, answering my phone calls right now. Like this is what we do. we are busy. We help a
Right.
lot of clients.
Right.
It's more than 100 deals a year.
Right.
It's not an easy number.
Right, right,
And we
right.
also have more than 600 previous clients. They call us always because we would like to answer their question, help them.
Right.
So this is what we do. If I cannot answer the phone calls because I'm right now sitting with a client or something else, I don't answer my call, it goes to my wife's cell phone,
Right.
and she answered.
Right.
And this is what we do. So we always make sure we don't miss anything, and we always
Right.
get back to people. I always tell my clients, we get back to you within 2 minutes,
That's
and
powerful.
we mean it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we do.
powerful.
So my
That's
wife,
powerful.
she's with me on the business, and it's a game changer because when she involved more, she started understanding exactly how my days goes and how I'm busy, and that's really helped.
That's awesome. That's greatness. So we're leaving, right? And there is information that I will love all my people knows about it and hear that. So I was listening to you and you said you have kids and you have a system for these kids to grow as the way you grow, so they become successful as you are. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Exactly. So since we came from different culture, we don't get everything we want. So I'm trying to raise my kids the right way so they can be more responsible. So let's, for example, if they want to buy something, I always tell them we can buy it right now, but we have to put a plan for it. We have to put a goal, why we want to buy it, and how we're gonna buy it. So let's say if they want to buy PlayStation,
Right.
they have the money, but no, we say like we have to put a plan. We're gonna buy it next month or within 2 weeks, and we have to do some task in order to get it done. In this case, they're gonna feel the value of the money they're getting. If they feel that value in the future, whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna have the same value. First, they're gonna value themselves and what they do, and then they're gonna always think about everything should be with a goal mindset. So I start giving them tasks, and they get like rewards when they get it
That's
done.
powerful.
And now they told me we achieved our goal. We're gonna go buy what we want.
That's
We go there, we buy it. Next day, I'll wait 5-6 days. I give them back like half of the money they spent, so they can still have something for another goal. And this is how they live.
That's powerful. So you work on them to be basically programmed to success from the beginning, because that's powerful, man. I see people. I already seen them, and I can't even give advice because I'm not a dad yet. Sometimes, and I see that is man, like you struggle so much to get here, but you're building a culture of struggle right now, and that's for you to be aware, man. That's mean you are a great leader. Man, I'm really grateful for the time. I'm grateful for the opportunity. It's a lot of knowledge, it's a lot of wisdom as well. And it's a great story to hear, to be inspired from. And that's what I think. I think we always missing the marketing level because people afraid of making more money sometimes, and they don't know. They think they want to be ready for something that they haven't experienced before, and I don't believe you can't be ready until you're ready in the situation. And I believe more money, more marketing. Like if you want to make more money, you really need to make more people knows about you, your service, or your product, and that's how you become like really in the face. And that's a master at it. I did I really do, and I love marketing because I believe that I can understand people behavior so well. I can see people, feel them, and understand them and their needs. So. One more time, brother, I'm grateful. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure and honor. So I believe from now, there is consistency, there is a journey, there is a story, there is offer that you have to do for you to get to where you want to go, for you to achieve the goal that you're working for every single day. I know it's not easy, but I know it's possible. I know you can if you believe you can. So it's all about your mindset. It's what you think. You're gonna have. Whoever you believe you are, that's exactly who you are. Tony Robbins said we live whoever we believe we are. So just believe you can, believe that you are the greatest, you are the biggest, and you can do whatever you want. And remember that's God first. And I will see you at the top. Thank you so much, brother.